knockouts with a white trim. At the weight he scaled, 11 stone or 154 US pounds. He has an excellent record, 37 contests, 31 wins. 17 of those wins coming by way of big knockouts, with only 5 defeats and 1 draw. He is the former Southern Area middleweight champion, and tonight is the proud challenger for the title from Croydon in England, Gary Shogun Logan. And opposing him, boxing out of the blue corner, he's wearing the silver-colored shorts with a red, black, and white trim. At the weight he also scaled on the championship limit, 11 stone or 154 US pounds. His record, a 5-1, 20 contests, 18 wins. 14 of those wins coming by way of big knockouts with only 2 defeats. Tonight, he makes the second defense of his title, presenting from Margate in England, the WBU light middleweight champion of the world, Takaloo. The referee, Mr. Ian John-Lewis, will now give his final instructions to both boxers. This is 12 3-minute rounds for the WBU light middleweight championship of the world.
I spoke to both of your dressing rooms. Obey my command at all times. You both know the rules. Watch your heads and keep them punches up. When I shout break, you break clean. And remember, defend yourself at all times. Shake hands.
Best of friends outside the ring, bitter enemies now inside it. The young Flash Takaloo, the older, wiser Gary Logan, both excellent talkers and cracking characters. But is this a question of the man who's on the way up against the man who's been as far up as he can go? Takaloo, hot favourite to retain his WBU 11-stone title, and can he make it a hat-trick of first-round wins? Anthony Farnell knocked out in 2 minutes and 3 seconds. Scott Dixon in 2 minutes and 59 seconds. Can Gary Logan take the power, and will he be able to drag Takaloo into the trenches? Fascinating matchup.
Definitely, yes, but there's sometimes that with this type of match, what I try to do, I try to think of the underdog and make a case from winning the fight. And I've got to be honest, I find it very, very difficult. I can't see how Logan is a match for Takaloo in any department.
Takaloo will be quick to pounce. Test the Logan chin. Logan has been stopped in his light middleweight days and his welterweight days. But if he can get a foothold in the fight, if, and I mean if, he could still have the skills to trouble Takaloo. Right hook to the body. Takaloo doing all the pressing early on. His beloved Arsenal winning the FA Cup today, 2-0. He said this is going to be the first double of the season, and then we'll take the title.
Well, Logan obviously knows Takaloo's going to come out blazing in the first round, so he's probably just going to be a little bit tight, but he's not hiding. He's meeting him in the centre of the ring, trying to trade with jabs, but already Takaloo looks a little bit stronger. When he pins him on the rope, Logan can't punch with him.
Stronger, fitter, maybe. Remember, 5 years out of the ring for Gary Logan. Although he does keep himself fit, no knockdown.
I think a little tailing off is required here. Yes, quite right. I mean, that's he raised him to the floor then.
They touch gloves. Really get on well outside the ring, but this is business. Takaloo looking to press Logan into the corner. Good punch from Logan, that'll give him some confidence. Looking for the left hooks around the top of Logan's tight guard. Logan said he was expecting this, and he would be able to deal with it. Easier said than done, but he's okay at the moment.
Yeah, Logan's boxing well in the first round. He's not winning the round, but he's boxing well.
Good jab as well from Logan, who's picked up the pace towards the end of the first round and catches Takaloo. Well, he's got 10 seconds to make it a hat-trick of first round wins. It doesn't look like it's going to happen.
Well, much more success when he doesn't try to counter-punch Takaloo. Much more success when he leads off. So maybe that'll come into the plans now. Try and get himself forward.
Logan survives the opening round. Trainer Jim McDonnell talking to Takaloo. So much of a mental battle for Jim with his fighters. Gets them into terrific shape physically and goes for all this spiritual stuff. Takaloo being put into trance-like states and looking at different objects in rooms for 36 minutes. Everything's been tried to get his mind spot on for this. Second round, WBU light middleweight title at stake. The black trunks of Croydon's Gary Logan and the Iranian colours of Takaloo. Left hook to the body was good. Look at the way Takaloo's stalking Logan, waiting to unleash his big shots.
Takaloo's tactics are right here. He's pushing Logan. He's back to the ropes before he goes to work. He's not throwing punches in the centre of the ring. He's backing him onto the ropes, but he's nowhere to go. Then throwing busting 3 or 4 punches. Perfect tactics.
What has Logan got to offer? He's won 3 of his 4 comeback fights, but nowhere near this sort of level. And he lost his last fight, a thriller with Hussein Osman. But he's in there, and as long as he's in there, he's got a slight chance.
There's nothing wrong with his performance so far. He's taken some solid body shots, but he's coming back with good punches of his own. His jab is giving Takaloo some slight problems. But Takaloo just looks so much stronger, so much more life about his boxing.
He has been off for 7 months, Takaloo, and with just those 2 first-round wins since last July, maybe a bit rusty. Watch out in case that happens, but seems to be settling well. He does look stronger, doesn't he?
See, his tactics are good. Look at the way he's not throwing punches in the centre of the ring. He's trying to back Logan onto the ropes, then lets little buster punches go. They're not all accurate as yet, because Logan's got fairly good defence, fairly clever, but his tactics are bang on.
Looking to work the Logan body. Maybe that's the right move. See how much Logan really wants this. Why has he come back? He's trying to get his jab and boxing moves going, and that's a great right hand from Gary Logan, which backs Takaloo up. What about this? Logan really firing, and in the last 15 seconds has made a major impact on Takaloo.
He's just leaving his work too late in the round.
Well, 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 we could have a real fight here. Adam Booth in the corner with Gary Logan. They really think they can win this. Eugene Maloney was dancing when he heard that he's got this shot. Set down and he's got something left, Jim.
Excellent work from Logan, but in each of the rounds he's left it to the last half minute, and you don't win rounds in 30 seconds, not even 30 seconds, 20 seconds of good action, but it proves that he has that action in him. He's cuter than Takaloo. He's given Takaloo plenty of problems here, but he has to get to work a little bit earlier in the rounds. I don't know, maybe if he doesn't have the confidence in his stamina, but he has to get to work earlier if he wants to mount a real serious challenge.
I think he was worried about the fast start from Takaloo, but now he's taken it. Wow. How about this? Third round. Terrific buzz here at the York Hall tonight. Plenty of boxers who hung around to see this. Takaloo defending his 11-stone title, the WBU version. Probably ranked 3 or 4 in Britain at the moment. Arguments about the top boys. Richard Williams, the IBO holder. Wayne Alexander, who's ringside, has that world title shot against Daniel Santos coming up. And then there's Steve Roberts. But how good is Takaloo? Do we know?
Well, he's having trouble pinning Logan down. He's maybe a little bit crude in his approach. He's not doing anything clever or smart. He's just marching forward with his head low. But we're actually seeing how good Logan is, how good a technique he has, and he seems to have a lot more left in him than we feared.
Had a great win over Spencer Fear and Gary Logan in this comeback trail. It's raised 1 or 2 eyebrows. And that was at middleweight. And he says light middleweight is right for him. Takaloo again tries to get close. Logan with the jab and the right hand that looks good.
Well, this is real good work from Logan in this round. His defence is good. He's slipping and sliding, blocking the shots, block another one there.
Takaloo trying everything to prize him apart. Missed with that uppercut. That was the sort of shot that took care of Anthony Farnell. Jim McDonnell says Takaloo is such a great fighter in the gym. He's just red hot, and he wants him to perform like that in the ring. But do fighters occasionally leave their best stuff in sparring?
No, that was a silly thing. I can't believe at his experience Logan did that. He deserves to be knocked out being so stupid as that.
That was ridiculous. He slipped on the advertising hoarding and just lowered his gloves, but he's got away with it. And he's firing at Takaloo from all angles. This is a real dust-up. And a very exciting one so far. Takaloo bounces back. Logan says he knew he would have to trade with Takaloo for this and said he was ready to do that as well as boxing.
Takaloo's becoming a little bit ragged here, Adam. He's losing his defences. The macho mentality's coming in. He's been doing silly things here, leaving himself open. Real good work from Logan.
No jab from Takaloo. And a good round for Gary Logan. Listen to this crowd. Just working on a small cut above the right eye of Gary Logan. What was he doing when he turned away?
I think he was trying to replace the advertising Toblerone thing. And I said, I cannot believe he got away with that. A man with 37 fights experience could do something as silly as that. Unbelievable.
But he did get away with it and put some terrific combinations together at the end of the round. Have we a shock in store? Gary Logan at 33 in his 38th fight after that time out of the ring. We thought he'd gone as far as he could go. But has he got a bit more in his boxing story? And what of Takaloo? He's now won 13 in a row. Pretty much impressively as he's gone. Although a couple of close ones, and he has been beaten twice as well. Once by Jawed Khalid when he was stopped, probably lack of stamina, and once when he was outboxed in this very ring by the Liverpool talent Michael Jones. So he can be beaten, and Logan knows that.
And Logan is actually showing better talent at the moment, better technique than Takaloo. Takaloo's really pretty straightforward, but there's a little bit of hesitancy now. Before Takaloo throws the punches, he suddenly found out he has a fight on his hands.
Another good, solid right hand from Gary Logan. And is the mental confidence just being drained ever so slightly out of Takaloo? Works the body though, as he aims to slow Logan down. But Logan wants to match him, and he's boxing nicely.
Well, Takaloo really has to start blazing, because when he stands off, Logan, that looks like a low punch to me then, but Logan didn't complain. Oh, what he has to do, raise the tempo.
But is he falling apart now, Gary Logan? Those shots hurt him. He again lost concentration, slipping on an advertising hoarding. And his mind has got to be right on this, because Takaloo's waiting away. That was low, but he's hurt. He's in the corner. The referee taking a close look. And Gary Logan, his balance is gone. And surely he'd be down now if it wasn't for those ropes. Huge round for Takaloo.
Well, Takaloo has found the answer now, Adam. Don't allow this fella, the smooth boxing, have to raise the pace, and that's what he's doing.
But look how brave Logan is at coming back. But his legs look very shaky. The balance may not be what it is. Before at 33 now, have the legs gone.
Takaloo going for a breather now. He can't sustain this. I mean, it was a tremendous pace. Just trying to get his breath back, but really he wants to put a finisher on this round. Finish on a high, but he's allowing Logan to come back.
At the end of every round, Gary Logan is coming back strongly. Those are obviously his tactics, but I think he was hurt, and hurt badly, in the middle of that one. Let's listen to Jim. Corner.
Well, a big round for Takaloo, but once again, Logan, just when you think things are beginning to come apart, he comes back and produces some good work. But really, a big round for Takaloo. He just raised the pace, threw caution to the wind, and just started letting the punches flow. And really, that's what he has to do. You can't afford to let this fellow stand back with his smooth boxing skills. You have to draw him into a battle, and that's what Takaloo really come out and fought.
Exciting fight here for you. WBU light middleweight title at stake. The champion, remember, Takaloo, the 26-year-old, in his 21st fight, and was enjoying a rich vein of form until now. He meets Gary Shogun Logan in the black trunks. Again, he's slipping on these advertising hoardings every time he's doing that, Logan, as he wheels back around the outside of the ring.
Well, the thing that people are complaining about these hoardings, I don't think they should be there in the first place. If he trips over them once more, then we should pull them down.
Absolutely. Fighters are starting to slip on them more and more. But in the middle of the ring, it's Takaloo who's just about got the stranglehold on this. Although Logan looks far from finished. Great right hand over the top, Takaloo. What does Logan have to do now? Get back to his clever boxing, behind the jab?
I think he has to make the first move. He's reacting to Takaloo too often. But I don't know if he's maybe confident that he can set the pace and keep it going for 12 rounds. But you can't react to Takaloo because he's right on you. He's right on top of you and he lets the punches go. Logan has to get his own punches off first.
Like a predator, Takaloo waiting to pounce. Those whipping uppercuts and those damaging body shots that have led to 14 big knockout wins. But Howard Clark took in the distance, and James Lowther did as well. Some even felt Lowther won that fight here. So he can have trouble with movers who can outbox him. Well, this is already far better than any of us thought Gary Logan would do.
Yep, and the thing is, Takaloo, he doesn't have silky skills. Things aren't really going his way altogether here, and he's finding troubles getting close without taking jabs on the way in. Not really a big round for Takaloo here. I thought he would have followed again, really drawing Logan into a war in this round, but he hasn't managed to do it yet. And we're almost into the last half minute.
He's still trying to pin Logan on those ropes. But now Logan's legs look a bit stronger, and he's fired in a body shot of his own there. He's incredibly fit, Takaloo. Saw shots of him skipping earlier, and that was a good uppercut from Logan, who's starting to get through.
Well, this is a close round, Adam, and a lot of the quality shots have come from Logan. Takaloo catching arms and elbows, but not really finding the target in this round.
Good round.
Coming up on Tuesday night, it's the start of a new season of horse racing, evening horse racing, live and interactive only on Sky Sports 2 from 6:30 Tuesday evening. And here tonight, the favourite might be on the end of an upset.
Yes, Paul, Takaloo just has not settled yet, but he's probably just about in the lead. 6th round, cracking fight. Remember the silver trunks with the Iranian red and green tussles for Takaloo. Gary Logan now trying to draw Takaloo in. They're playing mind games in there. They know each other well. Wow, the Logan corner are getting ever more excited. David Hay, one of our top amateurs, is at ringside. Big Logan supporter was in the ring at the beginning. And I think they feel that their man can really win this.
Well, he's the one showing the technique at the moment. Takaloo really straightforward. He's using brute force to try and get up close. But the technique and the clever boxing in this round, at the start of this round, coming from the challenger. He's quite at home because he's not really under intense pressure.
Who'd have thought when he was stopped by Del Bryan in June '95 in this ring that Gary Logan would come back 7 years later to put on this sort of performance. Whether he can sustain it is another matter, but at the moment he's giving Takaloo a real scare. But back comes the Margate-based Iranian. That's why he wants Logan in the corners on the ropes. And they're so angry about the advertising hoardings that they've run them down. Down goes Gary Logan. And he's given a count, but that wasn't a knockout.
It wasn't. He actually slipped. He's slipping. It's his boots is the problem, Adam. I don't think it's the advertising hoarding. I think his boots are the problem. He slipped and then he got punched when he was on the floor. It wasn't really a knockdown.
He keeps putting his feet outside the ropes as well, which isn't helping. But the balance is a problem for Gary Logan, who bravely again comes back. Takaloo's being hit tonight.
Well, Logan was boxing so well up to that point, but the knockdown turns it against him, I'm afraid.
Yeah, the soles of his boots look very new. I wonder if they're fresh on. Anthony Maynard had a problem a while ago, the lightweight, when he fought Alfred Cote. He couldn't stay upright, skidding around everywhere, and they changed into trainers from his boots. But it may be to do with the age of Logan and the time out of the ring as well.
See, I think he's spreading his legs with his back to the ropes, and his back leg is slipping, put it too far behind him.
Ian John Lewis said time to keep the punches up. Just giving Logan some time. And Logan makes it through to the end of what was a very eventful 6th round. What would you be saying to him in there?
Well, I'd pretty much say, do as you're doing, but maybe lead off a little bit more. But in that round, I thought he was boxing so well up until, and I still don't feel that was a knockdown. I think his foot slipped and his knee went down, then he took the punch, but the referees called it a knockdown.
Let's have a look. That was the right hand that got him, and then
Here we go now, see, he slipped there. That was not a
hoarding.
knockdown. He slipped and the punch landed after he slipped, so that was cruel justice he received there.
That could be a problem on the cards. for Logan.
Well, I just scored the round 10-9 to Takaloo. I didn't score it 10-8 because I thought Logan was winning the round up till then.
Second half of Takaloo's second defence of his WBU 11-stone crown. Few people thought it would go this far, and Gary Logan has done himself proud, but he's behind. He's got to unsettle Takaloo like he did in the 5th round. Oh, Takaloo walks onto a shot. He took that straight on the chin. And he can't be playing tactics like that. That's dangerous.
Well, in the lead up to the fight, I was saying that Takaloo has that natural hardness that's going to come in handy sometimes. I didn't think it would be tonight, but that's just the evidence of that there. That was a beautiful shot, and he's just come right through it. He's trying to break Logan's heart here.
He's definitely a changed character and man since he moved to Jim McDonnell about 3 years ago. And they worked so much on that stamina. He was shattered by that defeat to Jawid Khalid when he fell apart. Big things were expected of Takaloo. And that, well, he's going to get a telling off for this, surely, by Ian John Lewis.
Well, this could be a point. This could be a point. No, it's not. I thought maybe.
Well,
I think he deserves stronger than that.
That shows that Takaloo is having a very hard time in there. He wants Logan to meet him punch for punch. But is Gary Logan just proving that he's a wiser boxer than we thought and than Takaloo?
I think we're actually seeing too that Takaloo needs a little bit more technique in what he's doing. Things have been going so well. His last couple of fights finished so quickly, devastating fashion. We haven't had a chance to see how his boxing's improved. And he's just a little bit of shot and technique to get close to Logan. Logan's boxing so well, but just the intensity of his attacks are the big problem for Logan now.
He's loading up so much, Takaloo, a bit like Steve Murray was earlier tonight, trying to put everything into each shot. And time and again, Logan catches him with one or two, just to make Takaloo step back and reassess. But it's marauding pressure, one or two straying low. And is Logan looking distressed at times too?
Well, I can see Takaloo losing a point for the low punching. He's going to have to tighten it up a little bit.
Look at the concentration in there between the pair of them. The tactical battle. Well, it's a close one. Deep breaths, they're saying. Just take your time. And look at that. Logan has landed more head punches than Takaloo. And one or two of them have been pretty striking.
See, Logan's technique is so good. He's landing real good clean shots. If he could just sustain a higher pace. But we've got to remember, he's on the comeback trail, not as young as he was. He just can't sustain the action. But look at Takaloo. This is the signs of frustration here. He's becoming annoyed. He wouldn't have done that in the first or second round.
Absolutely. But in a cameo way, Gary Logan is boxing excellently. Again, they touch gloves. Remember how close they are as friends outside the ring. It's been pretty hard in there. But they know that a title is on the line. And a gateway back for Gary Logan. Or the rolling goes on for Takaloo. Plenty at stake. And a bit of macho pride between the pair of them as well. Logan, Chelsea fan, gutted today. Takaloo, an Arsenal boy on top of the world. But he's not looking like a world beater tonight.
Well, Takaloo at this stage should be thinking, this is tough, it's close. I'm the younger man, I'm the fitter man, I've got confidence in my fitness and stamina. I'm really going to declare war here. He's not doing that, he's standing off now, trying to nick around from Logan. This is Logan's pace. Logan is so much better than Takaloo when the fight is at this pace. These are silly tactics at the moment from Takaloo. You cannot stand off against such a smooth performer.
Just breathing a bit heavier as well. Takaloo just watching his stomach. And Logan putting the hand speed together. Punches in bunches, good shots from the Croydon man in his 38th outing. Remember the experience that he's got, having fought for the British title a couple of times and abroad. He's bringing all that into the ring.
This is a big round for Logan at the moment. Takaloo's got no answer to what he's doing. He's threatening, but he's not really achieving anything.
This is, unfortunately, pretty one-paced from Takaloo.
See, he's doing the same things as he was doing in the first couple of rounds. They were working in the first couple of rounds, they're not working now. It's time to come out with something else, and he doesn't seem to have that.
Can he change? Has he got that ability? A fighter, I'd say, like Richard Williams might be able to do that, but can Takaloo?
Well, everything he's been doing tonight has been pretty predictable. It was working in the early stages, but it's not working now. So he has to come up with something else. I would say he has to raise the pace here and control the pace. He's boxed this round at Logan's pace, and Logan has outboxed him.
And I'm sure he never thought it would go this far. But once again, when Logan's pinned back on the ropes, he looks in trouble until he throws a couple of counters. Big round for Gary Logan. Blood from Takaloo's nose. This is all going wrong for the Margate fighter. Maybe he just believed this would be a very easy night. It is not.
But there's no question he skipped on training because Jim McDonald wouldn't allow that. But he has to show confidence in his conditioning.
Look at Logan, punch in the air. Logan just could he stop the Takaloo roll. It's a hell of an effort from him.
Yeah, and Takaloo is short of ideas. He's just doing exactly the same things he's been doing all night long. Now they've stopped working and it's time for something else. He really has to raise the pace and take the fight to Logan, make Logan work at a pace he doesn't enjoy.
Jim McDonald really screaming at Takaloo as he comes out. 12 minutes left in this engrossing, entertaining battle between two of our top light middleweights. Who would have thought Gary Logan, who really got destroyed by Ainsley Bingham and outboxed by Del Bryan, would come back so well? Is he exposing big limitations in Takaloo?
Well,
that was a huge left hook from Logan. Again, bounced off the champion. But the signs are worrying.
yeah, well, Adam, if you analyse Takaloo's performance tonight, there's been no lovely smooth jabs, there's been no accurate left hooks or right uppercuts. There's just been like throwing himself, just sheer brute force, if you like. There's been no real quality and class in his boxing. And up to win the early rounds, but it's not working now, and he can't come up with anything else. He just seems to be short of ideas tonight.
Gloves high, no jab. And just trying to close the distance down. But better boxing coming from Logan, who's never even been a British champion. And this is pretty incredible. And to the defeats in Takaloo's early part of his career against Michael Jones and Joey Khalik. Well, do they tell us something now? Is there a weakness under pressure? Does he get hit too much? Has he the mental strength when he's on the back foot?
This is the hottest division in the country, but we're seeing a few surprises, a couple of bad performances, surprising results, and now we're seeing another one. Takaloo, maybe we've been overrating him. Lovely right hand from Takaloo.
He's hurt, Logan's hurt by that. And Takaloo piling on the pressure. Logan in a bit of trouble. battle between two men who have put friendship aside, and Takaloo is cut as well by the right eye. Who would have thought this would have happened? Well, what on earth's going to happen next in this roller coaster?
Well, Takaloo, really, if he wants to hang on to this title, he has to raise the pace and keep that pace, maintain it. Because Logan is boxing so well. That was a beautiful right hand, little delayed action as well. But that was a little 20-second burst from Takaloo, but really he struggled all through that round again to make a real impression on Logan. But full credit to him, when he saw his chance of a finish, he gave it everything he had. But surprise, surprise, back comes Logan again towards the end of the round. What a performance this man has put up tonight. He's been the one showing all the smooth moves. Still at 1 point in from Takaloo.
You've got him one up, Takaloo. There's 3 rounds left. It's anyone's fight. It's been a bad night at the office for Takaloo, and a tremendous one for Gary Logan, who has turned back time, gone back to what he remembers, his boxing skills, and has made it incredibly tough for Takaloo, and possibly has just taken the shine off the man who now comes out flying in the 10th. Very, very entertaining.
Well, Takaloo has to declare war on this guy. Just stay against him. Don't give him an inch of space. This is exactly what's required. This is exactly what's called for.
How much has Gary Logan got in reserve? He seems to soak up so many, catching a lot of them on arms and gloves and coming back with the eye-catching blows, but he walks into a huge shot. It was a countering effect. I don't know how he didn't go down from that. That's tremendous durability from Logan, but he's in trouble now, and Takaloo knows he can finish this.
Well, that was the punch that knocked out Anthony Farnell. That was a beautiful counter punch, right uppercut, beautiful shot. It's taken everything away from Logan.
Huge right hand, down goes Logan for the 2nd time. This one is legitimate. He's in serious trouble. Has his brave challenge come to an end? Ian John Lewis has a good look at Takaloo now, going for the finish. It's going to be stopped, surely. There's nothing coming back from Logan. Can he find his way out of this? This is incredible if he can. So brave. He's just managing to throw 1 or 2, but he's in all sorts of bother. And Takaloo desperately trying to stop his man.
There's almost a full minute left. Takaloo doesn't realise that. He can afford just to pick his punches, but he's going for broke here. That has robbed Logan of everything, just taking the fight right out of him.
The tank looks empty. There's nothing left from Logan. It's going to be stopped. Ian John Lewis comes in. It's over. Takaloo wins a dramatic fight in the 10th round, and look how exhausted he is. Well, he had to pull something out of the bag because he was getting outboxed at times. That shows that Takaloo has the heart of a champion, and in the other corner, oh, how gutting for Gary Logan. It was such a wonderful effort and a great fight, and Alan Booth there consoling him, and look at Takaloo, no celebrations, they are shattered.
Yes, and I think this shows us what's good in professional boxing. I mean, 2 guys, 2 good mates outside the ring, they go in, give it everything they've got, and as soon as the fight's over, they'll be the best of pals again. But Takaloo, he's a lucky man, because it's not an off night, it's just that we've realised a little bit more to learn. He's not the complete article yet, but he's won tonight, but he knows still a lot of work to do before he moves into the Premier League of World Boxing. But nevertheless, what a tremendous finisher on a great fight.
And a great night at the York Hall. How they love their boxing here. How Gary Logan stood up for so long, I'll never know. But eventually, The petrol tank was empty. The gauge said no more, and Takaloo did what he's so good at. He knocked him out.
Well, we're always saying that Takaloo was the younger, the fresher, and probably the better condition, more than the tank. He should have been doing this earlier.
And in the ring now, they are right side by side. And Gary Logan, obviously terribly, terribly disappointed, but he gave his all. And, well, as a small hall fight, that will be one that we watch again and again.
Ladies and gentlemen, before we render the time, referee Ian John Lewis wishes you to join him in applauding these two outstanding warriors, Gary Logan and Takaloo, in what was a truly astounding contest. Ladies and gentlemen, after 2 minutes and 26 seconds of round number 10, referee Ian John Lewis has stopped the contest. In his opinion, Gary Logan was in no position to continue. Your winner, and still the WBU light middleweight champion of the world, from Margate in England, Takaloo. And ladies and gentlemen, what a challenger indeed, Gary Shogun Logan.
Maybe you don't watch with us every week, but that is the heart and soul of small hall boxing and the sportsmanship on both sides. One can only stand with the crowd here to applaud it. Takaloo, more in relief than ecstasy, retains, and the run goes on, but so many questions have been asked by Gary Logan. What a fight. Barry, did they take your breath away?
Oh, what a fight. One of the best fights I've seen in a long, long time. Absolutely fantastic. And Gary Logan tonight was absolutely memorable. Brilliant, brilliant performance. Boxed smoothly, boxed like a seasoned pro, done everything brilliantly. And, you know, Takaloo really had to bite hard and come through the tough stuff and scrape the bottom of the barrel and show that his cardiovascular fitness and his toughness was there, and he really did show it, and he needed to. That was a fabulous, fabulous performance. What a great fight. Gary Logan showed his limitations, showed Takaloo's limitations. Great, great fight.
And now they're the best of mates again, as you're about to find out.
Absolutely phenomenal from the pair of you. One of the best fights I think all of us have seen in so long. First of all, well done for winning it. Yeah. How did you get through it?
Well, I just thought of a guy called Tom, who's really close to us in the gym, and every time he was getting on, I just kept thinking about Tom. You know, he sadly passed away of cancer, so I got his name on the back of me. This fight was dedicated to him. And
did you expect Gary Logan to be that tough?
Gary was so tough. Sometimes in that fight, I was thinking, damn, this guy's tough. He was fighting like a 19-year-old in there, and he showed, you know, what heart he's got, because I hear him tremendous power punching, and he was just getting up and coming straight back at me. I thought this guy could take a punch.
Did you feel like a 19-year-old in there? You looked like it at times.
Oh, some of the punches I was taking, I felt 50, I tell you. He's, you know, I boxed as well as I could, you know. 33, veteran, you know, and Tak's a good fighter, you know, and there was times when I thought, yeah, I was going to get back into it, get on top. I thought if I could just survive the first 3 rounds, because he's been a bit excitable in the last couple of fights, and I thought if we get through that, slowly start wearing him down and that. But I mean, his skill factor has improved. He's right, he has improved. I always thought I was still in it. I just, in this day and age of safety first at all costs, you know, I guess Ian was right to stop it. I wasn't punching back at the time.
Terrific fight, the most important thing. Best of mates again?
Oh, definitely,
yeah.
most definitely.
You know,
Definitely.
I think you can give each other a hug for that.
Yeah,
well done.
Definitely, man.
Fantastic. We'll review the best of the action when we come back.